Lānaʻi ke ki e o e awa I laila Kawai ko lana o na Molokaʻi
May I ask that everyone please rise.
Kuia pailolo ayala o Molokaʻi Kaiwi ke kai hani panupa upua e kamana oi ka pohulai o Amuale o Kauaʻi mai ke kai o kai e waho Ma waho kaula kai I ke ia ka e hukai o ni I Hau ori loa ui kanani e pāhala ia mai ka ia he molele ka maluhi au nā kai e walu Wai ke aloha ka kou e
Please remain standing for Hawaiʻi Ponoʻi. ask you to remain standing for one more piece. I'd like to call on Kahu Kenneth Mukokane for our Pulewehe. Let us pray.
Kia kua mana loa. Pour out your blessings upon us, your people, and upon these, your servants who have been given a particular kuleana in the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. Grant them the example of our Lord, who did not think first of himself, but gave himself for us first. Guide our trustees in their work, reward their faithfulness with the knowledge that through them your purposes shall be accomplished. Kia kua, kamahua lani e ho mai kai aku ne mā koia oi. Oi ai, ua makana hana I ke ia la, o oi ka mea nāna e kokua kia I ko kako. I ko kako ala hele e hoi ana, o e pū ke kahi me ko kako. O oi mamua, o oi mahope. O oi maloko, o oi maaho. Nau I kia I kokua I a kako. A ona mea pono ole, nau no oki, o ka awale aku. O God, may your strength guide them. May your power preserve them. May your wisdom instruct them, and may your hand protect them. May your way direct them, and may your shield defend them. May your angels guard over them. And let Christ be over all of us this day. Makainoa ka makualani me ke kika me ka uhane he molele me au kopa ka hia pao. Amene, amene, amene.
Okay, please be seated. And aloha mai kako and velina mai to all our friends and family who are joining us here for the Office of Hawaiian Affairs Investiture. We didn't get a chance to do this in the last election, so it's nice for us to be able to be here and gather once more. At this time, I want to welcome back 18-time Nā Hoku Hano Hano Award winner and 6-time Grammy nominee, Amy Hanaiali'i Gillim, for our Hemele Haipule. Now, I'd like to call upon our kapohana, our CEO, Dr. Sylvia Hussey.
just wanted to take a few minutes to gaze out, and I apologize for the emotion, but what a wonderful, such a wonderful sight to see the amount of aloha that is here to support our trustees in the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. Thanks to our generosity and the graciousness of Kahu Kenma Kuakane and our Kawaiahaʻo Church Ohana, I wanted to extend Velina Mai Kako to all who are here. So Velina Mai. And as Kahu reminded me, this is our house, our church, where we can come and freely worship. On this day, as you have come, on this time certain of December 8th, 2022, as we sit in this historic and hallowed place, as we sit in this enduring edifice, as we have the watchful eye of our ali'i, and we know that our kupuna are here, I am so honored to welcome you on behalf of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs to this time and space to celebrate this induction, this investiture of our trustees. And as mentioned earlier, this is the first time since the first board in 1981 that all 9 trustees will be honored and inducted at the same time. So a very auspicious occasion and a very special time. The olelo no e au, umia ka hanu, ho'okahi ka umauma, ke ki po'ohiwa, I ke po'ohiwi. Kalamai on the olelo. Hold the breath. Walk abreast, shoulder to shoulder, be of one accord, as in exerting every effort to lift a heavy weight to the shoulder and to keep together in carrying it along. In your mind's eye, can you see 9 trustees carrying the weight of the kuleana, the kaumaha, of the betterment, the trust responsibilities? Can you see them walking shoulder to shoulder, abreast, carrying forward that kuleana and that kaumaha? I can. And I'm grateful that we are here together. And as you sit here and you hear their commitments out loud, we are grateful that you are here to add your silent yet supportive affirmation to support them. OHA's vision statement, Ho'oulu Lahui Aloha, was chosen as the theme for today's investiture. It blends the thoughts and leadership of both King Kalakaua and his sister Queen Liliuokalani. Both face tumultuous times, as we do today, and they met the challenges head on. Ho'oulu Lahui was King Kalakaua's motto, and Aloha expresses the high values of Queen Liliuokalani. As we sit here and we welcome you today to the 2022 investiture of the Board of Trustees of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, we invite you to work alongside, take in the breath, stand shoulder to shoulder with us as we walk forward in strength, in trust, all for our people. Mahalo and Velina Mai.
We are honored to have a multi-award winning halau, Hi'ia Kaina Makalehua, under the direction of Nā Kumuhula, Keano, Kaupu, and Lono Padilla, perform for us today. They will be accompanied by esteemed musicians, Ikaika Blackburn, Kapua Kalua, and Zachary Lam on the piano.
Oh,
We'd now like to introduce each trustee who was recently elected. And as I call and introduce you, trustees, we ask that you come, and we're going to invite Hawaii Supreme Court Associate Justice Todd Edens to come and administer the oath of office. So our first trustee is Kalei Akaka, Oʻahu Island. Trustee at large, Brickwood, Galuteria. So trustees, we're going to ask you here, and then Justice will come here and administer. Carmen Hulu Lindsey, representing Maui. Keoni Souza, at large trustee. And that's up to you if you want to stand in height, beauty, age, and any of those choices. Trustee from Hawaii Island, Mililani Trask. And last but certainly not least, Trustee John Waiheʻe IV. Justice? We'd now like to here we go. We'd now like to invite the families of our 6 trustees to come and do our lehulu. And for those you know that the lehulu is a significant representation. And so we invite the families to come forward. We will provide the lehulu for you to tie for your ohana. So first, we have Kalei Akaka, Trustee Kalei Akaka. So come, get the lei, and then go ahead and go to your trustee. Yeah? Just like in practice, everybody, just like in practice. We also have Trustee Brickwood Galuteria. Trustee Carmen Hulu Lindsey and her ohana. There's nobody left on Maui because I think they're all here today. Trustee Keoni Souza and his ohana. Trustee Mililani Trask and her ohana. And of course, Trustee John Waiheʻe. And as people are assembling, as you know, lehulu has very special meaning. This year's lehulu was specifically designed to represent the 3 foundations, our ohana, our moʻomehiu, and our aina. The color choices were based on the flora and fauna that are associated with each one, and they're each equally spaced on a background of black. And so we mahalo the meaningfulness of our lehulu crafter, and then we want to allow our times for our families to go ahead and tie the lehulu. Trustee Luana Alapa, Trustee Ahuna, and Trustee Keliʻi Akina. And for families, please come to ceremoniously tie Lehulu. For Trustees Ahuna, Alapa, and Akina were elected, and now we have the opportunity to have their lehulu presented to them. So now we invite the 6 trustees to return. And again, however you practiced yesterday, for everyone, the Office of Hawaiian Affairs Board of Trustees. Last chance, no? Okay. Don't worry, they'll all have a Dropbox link with all the official pictures, so no need worry. Mahalo.
Okay, we're gonna now move on to, we're gonna call up Keliʻi no Homoku Wickman at this time. For our kahaʻi olelo, Keliʻi is the keiki of Alana and Imipono Wickman, Mo'opuna of Chipper and Hauʻoli Wickman, and Ken and Aida Beltran. He lives in Heʻia in Puʻolaupoko on Oʻahu. He is 8 years old and attends Ke Kula o Samuel M. Kamakau. He likes playing with his friends and younger brother, Waimakua. He also enjoys surfing, skateboarding, and going to his favorite beach, Oneava in Kailua. Please welcome Keliʻi.
Aloha kagaya kakako, Keliʻi no Homoku Wickman ko inoa. He keiki au o Alana lau o Imipono Wickman. A me he kaiku ana au o Waimakua Wickman. Noho au maheʻe ia I ko Olaupoko ma Oʻahu. He ewalu au makahiki. He homana au ma ka papaelua ma ke kula o Samuel mu Kamakau. Ma ke kula o lelo mākou I ka olelo Hawaiʻi wale no me ke kahi ke kahi. Hiki au ke hoi kauka I ka uolelo ma ka olelo mākuahine. O leila he kuona I ke Hawaiʻi koʻu e like hoi me kuʻu mau kupuna ma ka olelo Hawaiʻi. Wahi ana kupuna he OHA pili wale. Mahalo iao ko e OHA ma no ke kāko ana mai iau a me na haumana e ae ma na kula kaiapuni Hawaiʻi a me na kula hoʻā ma na Hawaiʻi. A muli o ko oko kako ana mai ia mākou pua o Hawaiʻi. Hiki na kula kaiapuni Hawaiʻi he hana ia mākou po e pua me ka ike kupuna a me na loina Hawaiʻi a ka wā kahiko. Good morning everyone, my name is Keliʻi no Homoku Wickman and the keiki of Alana and Imipono Wickman. I live in Heʻeia in Koʻolaupoko on Oʻahu. I am 8 years old. I am a student of 2nd grade at Ke Kula o Samuel M. Kamakau. At school, we only speak Hawaiian with each other. Since I am able to speak in our mother language, I am able to see and understand things the way my ancestors did through the Olelo Hawaiʻi. Mahalo to OHA for supporting me and keiki like me who attend Hawaiian medium schools and Hawaiian focused charter schools. It's because of your support that our school has been able to reconnect us students with the knowledge and traditions of our ancestors. Ho'ulu Lahui means to grow and build a nation. Ho'ulu means grow and Lahui means nation. A Lahui is a group of different people coming together for the same purpose. In Oʻahu, we have many different ohana. The word ohana comes from our kalu. We plant the huli in the ground, it grows and becomes a makua. The makua will get older and start to have keiki called OHA. The makua will support the OHA with the nutrients it needs to grow until it will become a makua too. The makua and all its OHA are called in ohana. When they grow healthy together, they ohaha, they flourish. There is olelo no'eau that says he oha pili vale, which means a young taro that attaches himself to an older corn. Said of a person who attaches himself to another in order to receive care. He is like a young taro that grows beside a parent plant but does not belong to it. At school, I am the OHA that's pili to my kumu. She provides me nourishment through the knowledge I will need until I become a makua. In our lahui, we have many different ohana that support each other so we all can ohaha. Mahalo ia'o ko e oha ma, no ke kāko ona mai ia'u, ma keia wā hiki ia'u ke hahai I ke ala I waile e ia e o umau kupuna. Thank you so much to OHA for supporting me to walk the path of my ancestors. Mahalo.
Okay, we're gonna call Kahu Kenneth Mokuokane back up for our Kaha'i Olelo Kuikawa and eventual benediction. Before I do, I wanna remind everyone here that as you leave the church today, we have shuttles located on Mission Street, and those shuttles will be picking you up and taking you to Hakuone, where we will rejoin for Mea'ai lunch. Now, our next speaker, who needs no introduction, as I mentioned, he's a very successful producer of Hawaiian music, a multi-Nā Hoku Hanohano Award winner, a 2015 recipient of the Nā Hoku Hanohano Lifetime Achievement Award, and the kahu of this beautiful and historic Kawaiahaʻo Church, Kahu Kenneth Mokuokane.
Okay, get three things that are wrong over here. The first one, that everybody got to practice except me. Sylvia, that's not fair. The second part is everybody got to come through the front door, but I had to go through the side door. Sylvia, that is not fair. And the third thing you got to always remember, you never follow animals and you never follow. Hello, that's not fair. Oh my gosh, are you guys kidding me? Okay, well, I'm gonna try my best. Aloha mai kako, aloha. So we, just a short reflection I wanted to talk to you about. And the question is, what is leadership? So I'm gonna take you to Psalm 78. Psalm 78, verses 70 to 72. Oh, you guys want me to follow this thing too? I'm sorry. You know why? That thing is so short. It's for short people. Short people got no reason to shorten. So it says over here, he chose David, his servant, and took him from the sheep pens, and tending the sheep, he brought him to be the shepherd of his people, Jacob, of Israel, his inheritance. And David shepherded them with integrity of heart and skillful hands. So if you know some of the stories of the Bible, the people were without kings. And so the people of Israel decided, hey, they get, I like, you know, that kind of thing. You get, I like that, what they got. And so they decided to get their own king. So the first thing that they did was, God said, I'll find you a king. They went, nah, I will pick my own. And so they picked this guy named Saul. And so they picked Saul, and unfortunately, Saul was poho. And so God told him, so God told them in this next one, no, you guys blew it, so the next one, my turn, okay? You guys had your chance, now is my chance. And so in 1 Samuel 16:7, he tells the prophet Samuel to go out to go find the king that he chose. And so Samuel went to the house of Jesse. And as he went to the house of Jesse, of course, just like everybody else, he calls for all of the sons. And the first son that came out was this big strappy, you know, the number one boy. You get all these muscles, good looking, you know, kind of look like Keoni. Okay, so it was like a big strapping bugger. And then what did God tell him? He goes, no, Samuel, that's not what the one I picked. And so as God says inside this chapter, and in this verse, he says, but the Lord said to Samuel, the prophet, do not take his appearance or his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see what man sees. For the Lord looks not at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. That's what leadership is. It's about the heart. And so as we keep going along, what is that, the leadership of the heart? People don't like know what you can do for them. They like know that they can trust you. That's what they want to know. And so what is that called? Integrity. And we as Hawaiians, we call it oia'i'o. It means to be true, to be firm, to be genuine, to be real. The leadership comes from three vital things that we talk about. And in Chronicles 16:9, it says, the eyes of the Lord search the whole earth in order to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed. God searched the whole earth for all of you folks. We chose you to represent us. You folks are the trustees. You know, you ever heard of these things? Because I know you get plenty of condos up here. So you get the lessors, and then you get the lessees. So I thought maybe we can be the trustors, and they can be our trustees, right? But the trustees work on behalf of the trustors, because if we trust them, that means we have to not only put faith, but we gotta put the bato in there too. We gotta put everything into them, because this is the lahui. And so when I'm talking about it, you know, I was talking to this one kupuna, and this kupuna said, we are resilient people. Our lahui is resilient. We have endured several migrations across this vast waterway. We have endured many battles over the centuries in Hawaii. We have endured catastrophic epidemic like cholera in 1804, influenza in 1820, mumps in 1839, measles in 1848, smallpox in 1853, leprosy in 1860, and other diseases, including COVID in 2020. We have endured 129 years of having our kingdom stolen, and people thought that we were going to become extinct, but we, the Lahui, have endured. And so, the thing that I gotta make you remember is the but. But I refuse to endure having our own people, my people, have hakaka with and among each other. You like do that, you go do that in your own house, but you don't go put your dirty laundry outside where everybody see, where everybody hear, because nobody else around here does it. So we have to be talking about what is hard enough over here. The battle on the outside world, as God has said it, is hard enough. That's what he told his people in Israel. But that Israel, they fight against each other. There was one kingdom. And then after Saul had the King David, and then he had his son, King Solomon. We all know that. But after the third king, they had hakaka between this nation of Israel. And so what did they do? They cut them in half. And the top part became Israel, the bottom part became Judah. Are we going to follow and look at the past like we are so good at doing it? Look at the past. Or are you going to forget about the past and make that same mistake that another nation made or many nations have made? And that is what our kuleana is here today, is that we are not going to, because it's okay to have different manao from other kanaka, but it is not okay to belittle another kanaka's dignity, because when we do that, we unknowingly belittle another kanaka's mo'oku au. Because when you speak to them, you also speak to the family that have been here with them and still continue to be with them. Our kupuna kahiko. So we never speak ill about other kanaka, much less anybody else. You know, yesterday, I was over with a bunch of people at the HT, at the Hawaii Tourism Authority meeting over at the convention center. And I overheard the poll before he gave up his seat, proclaim the following act about Kanaka wisdom and about the many books that he brought out that he was studying, including George Kanahele, Nana Viri, and others, and also Pilahi Pakian, and showing this aloha. Well, let me tell you the story about Nana Viri. If you read that part, she was talking about her tutu. And they saw this man coming from the distance, and then the tutu told her, you know, when that one come, just bring him in the house. And so when the man came and she brought him into the house, they sat down at the kitchen table, they started talking story, she fed him, he ate, and then he was all pihakaupu, you know, he was ma'ana. Then he got up, and then he left. And then Nana Viri asked her tutu, oh, was that your friend? "Oh, I don't know who that is." She goes, "What you mean? You don't know who that is?" "No." She goes, "Then why did you invite him?" She goes, "I wasn't talking to the man. I was talking to the spirit inside of the man." And so when you hear that part, that reminds me of part of the book of the Bible. It says in Hebrews 13-2, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." The other week, I was reading this book. You guys ever seen this? This is called the Kauaʻi petition. When I talk about almost 130 years, and I started reading and finding all of my ohana inside here. And I started crying. Because there was so much ever. However, is that the end of the line? I think not. What I think is, that's not the end of the book, but we have to write the continuing story of the book. And I think it's called Kulike. And we have to gather our lahui together once again. And instead of ku'e, we got a kulike. And in that sense, this is what we have to do. And we're going to start this today. Because a wonderful gentleman wrote this wonderful mele. Stand together, it's now and forever. Raise our voices, hold your banners high. We shall stand as a nation to guide the destiny of our generations and praise the glory of this land. Olelawai, Hawaiʻi loa, kulike kako, kupa'ame, kalakahi ukaname. These trustees, because they have our kuleana, they have our back. And as we say eo, we mean eo. Eo! Alo.
Okay, before we get to the next one, I want to give a quick e kalamai to Amy Hanaiali'i. Sylvia ordered an audit of our figures this morning, and it's not 18-time Na Hoku Hana Hana Award winner, it's 21-time Na Hoku Hana Hana. So back to perform for us is Amy and I, the Igilium for our Hemele Aloha.
Thank you.
E kahea mai ana o pale hua e wahilani haupu iau e puina ole ke kuahivi kaolana vei kalani o ka wahi kie noa o pale hua e pamai ana ka makani i ka ulu na hele ulu puni mako i ke ala pale piva aue a vale ana oe o pale hua haina ia mai ana kapu ana lai ka hea mai ana o pale hua e ke kuahiwi kaolana vei kalani haina ia mai ana kapu ana lai ka hea mai ana o pale hua e kuahiwi kaolana vei kalani aue a vale ana oe o pale hua aue a vale ana oe o pale hua It's the lovely La'akea, Jeffrey Peterson on guitar.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to welcome our Maui trustee, Trustee Carmen Hulu Lindsey. Trustee Lindsey has been a trustee since 2012 for the office, when she was appointed by Neil Abercrombie. She has served as OHA's Resource Management Committee Chair, and in the past 2 years, she served as the chairperson for the Board of Trustees. Please welcome Trustee Hulu Lindsey.
I'm as short as Keliʻi, you know. Aloha mai kako. Thank you all for joining us today. It's so beautiful to look out over the congregation and see all of you, and to think that you took the time out to spend a few hours, I hope, with us. Mahalo nui. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I'd like to thank everyone who has taken the time to be here with us today as we seek Keakua's blessing for the critical work ahead of us as trustees of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. Mahalo nui tu Kahu Ken Makuakani for allowing us the privilege of conducting this ceremony in the historic and beautiful Kawaiahaʻo Church, the church of many of our ali'i. Mahalo for everything, Kahu. You are much appreciated. OHA Investiture ceremonies were unfortunately canceled in 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It's interesting to note that today, for the first time since the original Board of Trustees was recognized at an investiture at Mililani Palace in 1981, all nine trustees are being blessed together as one group this morning, including those elected in both 2020 and 2022. As one who has preached the value of working together in a spirit of lokahi since I first was elected 10 years ago, I see a symbolism in all of us receiving Keakua's blessing together today. May we continue to work in unity as one ohana as we move forward with the mission of this institution. To my fellow trustees, I am so proud to have the distinction of serving alongside each of you. Mahalo for your willingness to stand up for our people and serve our beloved Native Hawaiian community. Mahalo for our dedication to our lahui, and mahalo for your commitment to bettering the lives of Native Hawaiians. We will need each of your individual skill sets to tackle the challenges that come before us in the coming months. As we together begin this journey of service to our people, let us remember that it is only by coming together that we can truly accomplish great things. It is an honor to be elected a trustee of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. It is a duty, and it is a kuleana that we all gladly embrace. Let this day mark the continuation of our partnership and our obligation to do everything in our power to ho'ouli lahui aloha, to raise a beloved lahui. We look to the past to inform the future, and I often think back to what life must have been like for our ancestors before Western contact, when Hawaiians not only survived, but thrived in these islands, living in harmony and nature. And contrast that we live with life that we live today and the struggles of our people to adapt to the changes that have come to our shores. While so much has been lost, what has survived are the lessons from our ancestors that arm us with ike and the unique Hawaiian cultural values that still define who we are today as an indigenous people. The value of aloha and our love for one another. The value of ohana, our dedication to our families and our overwhelming desire to malama our people. And our love and commitment to our aina in caring for these precious lands of our birth. This is why ohana, mo'omeheo, and aina are the foundational strengths of our strategic plan, and why we are building upon these strengths to improve the lives of Native Hawaiians in the areas of education, health, housing, and economics. A key area of focus in the coming year will be our participation in a state working group that will seek a fair and just resolution to the issues surrounding the public land trust. For too long, we Hawaiians have not received our fair share of the revenue generated by lands. We were encouraged by the actions of our legislators last session in attempting to address this issue and in the creation of this working group. It is only through education and dialogue that we can make progress on this critical issue, which has the potential to impact the lives of all Native Hawaiians. Relating to the Public Land Trust is the development of our lands at Kaka'ako These 30 acres were transferred from the state of Hawaii to OHA in 2012 as a settlement for back rent for the state's use of ceded lands. We are completing our due diligence for this land asset, and we are moving forward with community outreach and master planning. Mahalo to Kumu Side Bridges for recently giving this land the name Haku'one. Haku meaning to compose, create, or put in order, and one, which means sand or land of my birth. Haku'one, Biakipuka, a cultural oasis, a nation Hawaiian place where innovation, business, and Hawaiian culture will be combined, and where Hawaiian national identity can flourish in a community that embraces, live, work, and play. We will seek to balance commerce and culture to ensure this land will generate important revenues for the betterment of Native Hawaiians. Haku'one has the potential to generate millions of dollars for OHA to put into programs that benefit the conditions of Native Hawaiians. It is our dream that Haku'one will serve as an economic engine for our lahui in perpetuity. What is good for Hawaiians is good for Hawaii, and we are committed to developing this land to benefit all who call Hawaii home. Let us remember again the lessons from our ali'i. In my opinion, what made Kamehameha Ekahi great is that he let law govern the people moving forward, ushering in a new era. Since the wrongful overthrow of our kingdom's government and the illegal annexation of our nation, the upward trajectory of our people set in motion by Kamehameha was derailed, leaving our people destitute and our traditions in disarray. But as we decolonize our minds in the margins of society and bring forth what our ancestors have left us, we thrive once again. So much has been done by our communities to make a better life for our people. For as many years as we have been lost, we have also been fighting to hold on to what we love and value. Pupukahi I holomua, unite in order to progress. As far as we have come, the path to complete freedom is still beyond the horizon. There's so much more to do, and as our world has changed, so must our people. The rules have changed, and now we must adapt to ensure our people's survival, secure what is ours, and protect everything that we value. In these trying times with the great needs of our people, may we remember the legacy of Kamehameha, Mo'i o Kalahui, and all those who helped him achieve self-determination. With all that lies ahead, I am reminded of the African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. I ho'okahikahi ke aloha, be united in the bond of love. Mahalo nui no ko aloha, a me ka hana nui a o ko aloha.
You know, we always see the word benediction at the end. The meaning is for the benefit of you and me and those who have not been in this room, so that we can go talk about it, because we are witnesses. We have witnessed what happened today. And so in our benediction, this is the benediction that I would like you to remember. It's sort of a olelo no'eau by then President John F. Kennedy. He said, ask not, you folks remember that part? How does it go? Aye. And so today the benediction is, ask not what OHA can do for you, but what you can do for OHA. Aye, polole, eo, epulekako. Now, may the God of peace, who brought again from the dead our Lord Jesus Christ, the great shepherd of the sheep, by the blood of the eternal covenant, equip you with everything good that you may do for his will to be done, working in us that which is pleasing in his sight. I mawaku kalokomaikai o kahako Yesu Christo, o me ki aloha o ki akua, o me kalona pua na me ka uhane he molele me au kou pakahi a pau. Amene, amene, amene.